Was poppin' gamers? It's your boy Gbaby, and I just had a crazy advancement here in why y'all so far away? It's like, what's going on here? Anyway, things are looking on the up and up on the Minecraft server, everybody knows. Actually adding in some new friends. I believe Abu, probably Noah, as well as the new people are gonna join. It should be a chill atmosphere, chill vibe. I'm not, just gonna play and, defeat the Ender Dragon and yada yada yada. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, so we got a specific plan today. We're gonna go back to the jungle biome, steal some saplings, and try to get What are you doing? What are you, toolsmith, dog? Never seen them all backwards trade, but I'll do it. Oh god. Alright. Put our shit away. We're gonna go to the jungle biome and we're going to get some jungle stuff. Melon seeds. Bows trash. Arrows are trash. Everything. This is all irrelevant. Granite. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna head down there. It's gonna be pretty snifty, pretty fancy schmancy. I'm looking for oh my god, why do I always lose my compass? Let's make a compass real quick, shall we? We have Ender? What the heck? Oh, I think that was the Enderman. Let me put that in there. Let me make a compass. I remember the recipe. It's only like I made freaking 10 of these. Okay. Other way around. And that's cool too. Okay. So basically, we're gonna go to the jungle biome and see what we can get from there. I'm pretty sure we got panda. So we got some bras and a land out there. We got a lot of cool stuff, a lot of neat stuff, so that's what we're gonna do. Wait, let me check and see if this is even recording. Alright. Sorry about that, boys. Sorry about that. I just wanted to get the someone was here, and also I wanted to get the jungle biome coordinates, which is negative in negative direction. Is it nighttime? Yup. Time to sleep. Alright. We go to sleep. Alright. So we got some nice tunes in the background as we make our way over and over. Let's go, shall we? So negative Z, negative X. Right here. Is that the way? Is where the jungle biome is. Everybody stay safe. Alright, I don't know what to do with your house, but go chill. So we're gonna get some mainly going there for like somewhat we're going for bamboo, and we're kind of also going to see if we can get some pandas, and also just going to see what's up, you know what I mean? So gonna collect some seeds here on our way for fun. Pumpkins, I mean honestly, pumpkins for trade, not a bad idea, but this is a pain in the ass to start farming. So yeah, it is what it is. So look at her, bro. She's so pretty. It is a behemoth, man. I must say, it's a goddamn behemoth. It really does stand above the rest as a piece of art. It needs to be cherished and respected. I need to get some feather falling on these fucking boots, bro. That's what we trade with the librarian for. Once we get new people on, we get all the whole farm business going. I'll be a wrap. I mean, we already been working on an automatic farm, but besides going to the jungle for jungle stuff like cocoa beans and pandas and bamboo and jungle wood, I want to work on a new build that's like a a treehouse. I think a treehouse, making a realistic looking treehouse would be kind of cool. Making a really big tall tree, maybe something to the likes of a jungle tree. I do want to do dark oak, but I don't feel like we have enough. Don't feel like we have enough wood. Even if I destroy that entire forest that the dark wood forest inhabits, I don't think there will be enough personally. But you know, such is life. But we're gonna check this out and get some jungle wood. Maybe, you know, we'll like the jungle wood tree. I also found out, and maybe you guys were laughing at me interested the entire time, but you actually, to make a dark wood tree, you need 4 dark oaks, in, you know, a little square. So that's my bad for being stupido, pero it's not completely my fault. You know, I'm not gonna take full credit for the stupidity there. Hello, piggy. Hey, I did like most of the songs on this. This is my Discover Weekly. It usually gets a initial listen where I'm not, you know, paying attention too hard, and then my second listens are a little bit more, you know, impactful, where I really like add them to playlists and I listen to them a little more. Hey, but I will say something that I listened to today and gave it a lot of time, but like didn't finish, was what the hell is it called? I'm sorry. I listened to it for like 3 hours. I was actually like proud of myself. Everything, everywhere, everywhere at the end of time. It's supposed to be it's an instrumental album. A lot of what you would call I mean, there's a village nearby. With a lot of, you know, noise tracks, and it goes over things like it's a lot of like jazz, not jazz, I guess jazz, I don't know, a lot of jazz and like 40s band music. It's really, you know, it's pretty like haunting music, and it tells the tale through the music of a person going through dementia. And when Esteban told me about it the other day, yesterday, I didn't know what to make of it, but you know, after I listened to it, it's like I feel, you know, like it was good. Certainly it was beautiful music, but part of me didn't feel impacted by it like I probably should have. Like there were people that said that they cried, you know, as a result of this album. I listened to the whole 6 hours in one sitting, and they cried. And I was like, or if they didn't cry, that they felt strong emotions attached with the record or album. And I can't say that I really, whoa, what happened to this place? Oh shit. Oh man. I was too late. I was too late. Oh, you guys are, well, I feel bad doing this. That sucks. But personally, I didn't feel, is this the place where I fell? Low-key? No. Donkeys. Hello? Oh, we could have brought donkeys back. Well, I plan on making a little path between, you know, here and, you know, wherever. Between here and home. But, yeah, I listened to about 3 hours, and the main gist of it is it's a story about somebody who's going through dementia or Alzheimer's, you could say. And I guess you can assume that the person's from the 1930s and 40s. It's, you know, they're like, somebody would be like, somebody like who's 20 my age would be their grandpa, their grandma or grandpa. But it was, okay, we're pretty much almost there in the X direction, or in the Z direction, so let me get over this. And as it went on, there's 6 stages, and as the stages went on, you know, I wasn't, you know, I wanted to like really pay attention, I really wanted to get the most out of this, but I felt myself getting a little too distracted, just because it's so hard to sit for 6 hours, and I don't think it's a generational thing, you know, like people like that are, you know, grew up on social media and grew up on the internet, just have no attention span. This is a 6-hour record that's probably mainly listened to by, you know, kids my age. So I know it's definitely not that I'm too young. It's rather, it's just a tough thing to pay attention to. It's beautiful and it's extremely impactful, and it'll leave you like, you know, for certain people, especially people who have, I don't know about experienced dementia, because, you know, the sad thing about dementia is you're too far gone. You could tell yourself a million things when you have dementia. I mean, from what I know, and you just forget it. It's really just tragic. And last night I was watching, you know, people talk about, you know, talking to their, you know, loved ones and their family members, and it's just, it's tough. It's genuinely hard to watch, and not in any way that is, I'm obviously not being rude in any way, but it is extremely hard to watch these people just lose their dignity and lose their grip on reality. It's truly one of the saddest things imaginable. And the thing is, you just really have no clue about anything. You have no idea what's going on. You forget people that you spend your whole life with. You forget your kids. And it's obviously not hard on them, but just, at least I don't know if it's hard on them. I'm assuming if you're forgetting things, I don't want to speak on anything that I don't know about, but it must be so hard on people like that, that have to deal with parents forget who they are. That sounds like, it sounds genuinely just super scary to me. It's just the people that you love, the people that you look up to. You know, I value my parents a lot. The people that you look up to in that kind of way, to have them just forget about you, sounds like the scariest thing ever. Beyond just getting it, because if you get it and you start to get dementia, like, I'm assuming it's scary, it's terrifying, but there's gonna come a point where, you know, it's dementia. You become forgetful of everything, even becoming forgetful of the fact that you're mad about the fact that you have dementia. You know, it moves on for those people, but for people that have to go visit their parents and have their parents not know who they are, have their parents again lose their dignity, in a way, I don't want to say I don't want to make any type of mean statement when I say that it's embarrassing, because I don't think it's tragic. It's not embarrassing, but in a way, it is. In a way, it's like, you know, if you don't remember anything and you go in and forget how to do all these things. You forget who your family members are. You forget who your parents are. Usually you don't get dementia that early, but you just forget a million different things, and then it's embarrassing. Maybe not for them, but just, I don't know. I don't want to say. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to be insensitive. I don't want to come off as being insensitive in any way, but it really made me like think about, what I listened to really made me think about the disease as a whole, which is, I think, a good thing. I don't think that I don't think I got necessarily the absolute most out of it that I could have gotten. Obviously, I didn't finish it, but I definitely respect the hell out of it. I think it's a great piece of art, and I would go back to it. Just the music. If you take the first stage, or the first chapter, I forgot what it was called, the first stage, I believe. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, really pretty, old-timey music. It's really good. And then the second one, it becomes a little more melancholy. You can a little bit more staticky, as they begin to forget, who they are. Stage 3 is very similar to stage 2, but you can still see the degradation. And then stage 4 is when you lose self-realization. Like there's times when in early onset dementia, there's times where, again, I don't want to speak for anything, but there's times when you still know who you are, and you still are able to understand reality, the fabrics of reality. But there's a point in dementia that you get to eventually where even that is called into question. You completely forget who you are. Gosh dang it! I don't like when these two are like right next to each other. What am I doing? Alright, well, this axe is about to go out. But I listened to the first 3, and then once the 4th came, and I realized that I had to sit there for another 3 hours to finish it, and the rest of the chapters were going to get very staticky because it was trying to convey a loss of reality and a loss of memory. All these songs that this person held dear, or even if however you want to symbolize, the music as. The music is now staticky, and it's not staticky, it's very empty. There's a really, empty sound to it. Yeah, what the fuck? Sorry, I don't want to be, there's a really empty sound to it. If you listen to it, it really just and then glimpses, you hear glimpses of, the old music in it. Very quiet glimpses, because it's so far gone. It's not even part of, them anymore. It's just completely gone. And then I never really listened much to the 5th. I skipped a little bit to the 6th chapter, and then after that I kind of just called it. But I sat there and really did nothing else except fucking eat breakfast. That's all I did from like 9 to 12. But then I eventually gave in, and I stopped. But not because I thought it was in any way bad. I thought it was really, really well done, and I want to finish it. I also maybe feel like I wasn't in the right mood. I don't want to say I wasn't in the right headspace, because that implies that I, it would have harmed me to watch it. I didn't feel some people, you know, with anxiety, I feel like would have handled it rough, because it does invoke a lot of emotions, and I've had a little bit of anxiety here or there, but I definitely didn't feel like I would have. Maybe if I was listening to it in the middle of the night and I really been thinking about it, and I had a family member that had also had dementia, maybe these emotions might start creeping in, but just at face value, listening to it during the day, I didn't feel like my emotions were being. I didn't feel like it was invoking any dangerous emotions for me. Oh, this is like, hey yo, Minecraft wants me to do the puzzle. I know. Dude, that's it. Oh, such a fucking wackety ass puzzle, bro. I don't care what you say. It's such a genuinely bad puzzle. I don't even want any of this. But would it have even opened up? I don't think this is a prize. Oh my god. Oh, fucking asshole. I need to proceed with caution because I think it's downstairs where the treasure is. Is it? Where is the trap? Where the fuck is the trap? There it is. There's the trap. Okay. This isn't my freaking recommended. Oh, that's badass. Okay. Oh, that's it? That's the only trap you fucking have for me? Bro, some pussy ass traps. What is in a freaking temple? Is there anything cool? Like, genuinely? Or is it just kind of lame? Oh my god, this thing sucked ass. What? Oh my god, actually just a terrible fucking puzzle. Is there anything up here? Nope, nothing. Nothing. It's a shitty puzzle. Getting out, man. But I guess just a conclusion about the, you know what I listen to, and I'll link it in the description because I think it is it's a good piece of music. I think it's a tough listen in the sense that it's super long, but I don't think it was a bad listen. And if I had the patience, it's definitely really well put together, and it's extremely respectable and commendable, you know, what he made. The Caretaker, I believe is his name. I don't know. I don't remember if that's it 100%. But I listened to about 3 hours. I listened to when it was very jazzy, and then it starts to, you know, go off the rails. But the thing is, I'm not a huge fan of, you know, empty, like kind of like, I don't know the right words to use here. I'm not Anthony Fantano, but it felt very industrial, and it felt very noisy. It was kind of just noise music, and it just wasn't for me. Hey bitch, come on. Hey, I didn't mean to call you that. But this is definitely beautiful, and I gave it a try, and I enjoyed it. I mean, you know, it wasn't a waste, even though I watched 3 hours and didn't finish it. I don't know if I would cry. People say they get to they get to part 6 and they cry, they bawl their eyes out. Would I get to that point? Genuinely, probably not. But it was still beautiful and worth anybody's time, genuinely. I mean, I'm gonna finish it eventually, and I think it has a really, I think it's amazing how you know, the man who made it was able to just tell, he told a story, you know, with a pretty powerful theme, using no words, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. That by itself was just cool. Even if you're like not into, even if you don't think you would enjoy it. I mean, a lot of people that would be like, hey, this isn't for me. And it's not like something that you listen to and you're like cool or you're cool for listening to it or anything. It's just music, and I think it was worth my time, even though I didn't finish it. Is this positive? Alright, we're going back positive. It's a cool jungle, I must say. I mean, there is potential here. We got bamboo for scaffolding and for replanting back at our home base. Mainly for scaffolding, because that would make building things a lot easier. But also for we got ourselves a new friend, Mr. Green Parrot. We'll get him a name. But yeah, besides that, I mean, it is fun. I like, even though I'm not a musician, I love talking about music so much, and I love listening to it. I mean, I do, like, some may say, George, you listen to freaking like electronic music, bro. Your music taste is invalid. You know what I mean? But in reality, I don't think that's the case, personally. I love music. I love all types of music. I can listen to, I mean, of course I like more pop-oriented stuff, but I can respect old music, new music. I'm not, even like, you know, certain aspects of, you know, metal when it's infused with, you know, things like, you know, with Poppy's record, you know, like, I fuck with it. I think it's, you know, good. I think it's good music. So, I just love music, and I love talking about it. I would love to just, I think I'll, like, you know, maybe I'll even start, you know, reviewing some albums that I like, but I'm not going to review them, but I'll definitely talk about them and talk about my favorites. I don't think I'm qualified to review music in any capacity, but I give my opinions and talk about my favorite songs, I guess, and why I like them. But one of my main things when I was, like, deciding to come back to my YouTube channel or not was definitely, like, I wanted to, you know, voice my opinion a lot more. And that was a big focal point of what I wanted to do with my channel, is just voice my opinion. That's why I did catching up with Gbaby in Minecraft. I just want to discuss, like, my life and discuss things a little bit more. I feel like I get into traps of, like, you know, you play with friends and, you know, you talk to them, but it's never like, especially when it's video games, like catching up with Gbaby in Minecraft with the homies, you know, depending on who I'm playing with, is not going to be freaking like this. It's going to be just us talking about extremely generic things. It's not going to be anything like cool or intellectual or anything like that, which is fine. I don't care, but, like, you know, it is always nice for me to, like, come out and just vent about things, like and just talk about things that I find interesting, like in the case of you know, what we just talked about. I don't remember his name. Everything is okay at the end, or something like that. Everything at the End of Time by by the Caretaker. So, talking about stuff like that, or talking about a movie that I like, or music that I like, you know, is It's fun. I love that stuff. It's so cool to just sit around and talk about stuff like that all day and all night. I could do it. My house is this way? Oh yeah. Thank you, Mr. Compass. I appreciate it. Hey, yo, what the fuck? No, there, nothing there. I'm not gonna be baited. But I guess we can segue into talking about a movie I saw recently. And I think it might have been brought up before, but we could talk about it a little bit more since it's just me chilling. It's called Swiss Army Man, and it's an A24 gem. Very good movie. About, spoiler alert, I mean, I'm basically going to talk about the movie in its entirety, so if you don't want it spoiled, then I would, move on. I think we're going to bring Mr. Parrot back, and then I'm going to go and get ourselves a bunny, but I need to leave in order to do that, so we'll do that. But Swiss Army Man certainly does not deal with themes as heavy as Alzheimer's and dementia. That's not what it's about, but it does have a good theme of being brave and taking chances, and not letting life go by. In a broad sense, the movie takes place. And it's this man who got about to kill himself, and he sees oh, here's our little path across. Very cute. Never thought I'd use this again, to be fair with you. But he's about to hang himself, and he sees a man wash ashore, Daniel Radcliffe, and he thinks he's like alive, so he decides to talk to him, and he becomes, and then the Swiss Army Man, or Daniel Radcliffe, starts to, become animated and alive. And why are there freaking salmon in freezing cold water? So he starts to become alive. He has to become more of, a person. And, oh hi. And, as that progresses, he starts to, feel more human emotions. He starts to, long for love. The dead man, who's technically, I guess, not dead, and they're alive, and it's not real. So you don't need to put too much thought into it. But he starts to feel real human emotions, and he farts. That's his thing. He farts a lot. And he's like, why are we hiding our farts? Which it may sound silly, but, I just wanted to, I guess, comment on why people feel the need to hide themselves so much, or feel the need to, be reserved around people. And farting is an extreme example. I don't condone farting in any way, shape, or form, but, the message is clear. Okay, he'll show up. I'm not stressing. I swear to God, it's so hard to bring a freaking animal back. Did we lose him? I don't even, if he doesn't, show back up with me, he's a lost cause. I don't really even care. But the whole point was, just to show that, don't let other people dictate the way you think. To a certain extent, obviously. I don't think it was, telling you to just be a dick and not care about other people's feelings, but it definitely had a message of, doing what makes you happy and taking risks. The dead man had a crush on this girl on the phone, and the man who was still alive pretended that it was, his phone, because the dead man had forgotten everything about his past life. So he'd said, you love this girl, we need to get back to this girl. But it was, in reality, it was just, you know, the guy was alive. It was his phone. And that girl was just some random girl that he took a picture of on the beach. Not on the beach, on the train station, on the train. And he never talked to her, never did anything. And he let her get away, I guess. You know, somebody who he liked. Didn't know her. Just saw her on the, on the train. So I feel like the movie, is really interesting because it like manifests what the guy was alive. I believe his name was Hank. One of them was Hank. I don't remember the other one's name, sadly. I saw it about a week ago. But Hank, we're gonna say Hank's the guy who's alive. I don't want to give you wrong information. I'll just say the alive and the dead guy. You know, the guy who's alive was manifesting himself, or putting what he wanted to be as a person into the dead guy. So that was an interesting aspect of it. He was teaching him how to go. They made this whole. It's a bizarre movie, so everything I say is gonna sound, you know, bizarre. But you know, he had since they were stranded out in the middle of the forest, they made their own version of a bus with, like, you know, sticks and leaves and stuff. And you know, he pretended to be a girl and told him what to do and how to get her, and even though he wasn't able to do it, all of it was really kind of wacky, but it was really heartfelt, and it felt very real, and the soundtrack was really amazing, and I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. I saw it with Tristan Tuesday, I believe, last Thursday, on the, I don't remember the day, but yeah, it was just a good old flick, and I loved it. You know, its message was simple. I mean, it was kind of a pretentious movie, but by no means a bad. Pretentious isn't bad. It was it was a good story, a good happy story, and I was glad that I watched it, and I loved the message of, you know, being yourself and not, you know, caring too much about what people think, and, you know, take risks. So eventually they find the girl, because he, like, the dead guy's, like, drawn to her. And he eventually is able to get to her, and then she has kids and a husband. And Paul Dano's character, who's the one that's alive. Oh, interesting. Paul Dano's character admits that the phone was never his, and eventually he, you know, they think he's crazy, and, you know, they like, why are you carrying around a dead body? And then eventually the body, like, farts out into sea, and the ending's a little bit funny and wacky, but I'm glad they didn't play, like, a crazy trick on him, or, like, give him the crazy guy role, because I felt like it really would have ruined the movie if he just ended up being crazy. I'm glad they made him, you know, somewhat real. And it was good. I lost my freaking parrot. I'm pissed. But, oh my god. Stop it. Leave me alone. Our freaking Underground Railroad, dude, was wonderful. That's so funny. I'm glad I made this server, put Tristan on there. I was able to make a cool build like that. Unfortunately, we did lose our parrot, though. Such is life, though. I'm not crying over spilled milk or anything. The real tough thing is going to be getting that bunny rabbit freaking through the nether. That's going to be the dangerous thing. Thought I had a friend for you, Clementine, but I don't. I'll go back and get one eventually. Let's see. Get a Discord message. Let's see what this from. this. Server is up. Wait, no. Can't connect. Hey, hold up. Let me get a boo in this bitch. I'll be back. Alright, yo, I'm sorry. We're back. I don't know what this cut looks like on your end. But, yeah, I feel like we should just wrap up the episode soon. We have a new friend. Excuse me, Gbaby. Everybody knows him. He was in the Bed Wars video the other day. He's officially on the server. And let's check out what he has so far. He's building, that's cool. That's actually really badass. Oh my god, that's awesome. I like it. I love it, actually. This is awesome. So he's setting up shop over here. I don't want to spoil what he's working on, but it's pretty badass to say the least. I actually really like this little spot he's got so far. It'd be cool if it had a little bit of like wood, like maybe like going down here to like keep it up, but I ain't gonna hit on it. Alright, so I guess to wrap this up, because we're looking for pets, let's at least get one successful pet today. That's all I'm asking for in life, is one success. You know, I mean, not everything needs to be a success, but this most definitely should be one. So it's a little far, but like, his plan is like interesting. I mean, you got farmers now, 2 of them. Very exciting, very fire. So basically it's gonna be some one-sided deals again. We're finally wheeling and dealing back stateside, back home. Which is badass, so can't complain there. Can fix some of the houses, I suppose, with some. There we go. Actually looks kinda nice. It fits. It fits really well. Hey, if the shoe fits, you know what I mean? If the shoe fucking fits. And then we got Mr. Blacksmith. He actually lives in my house, which is a little bit whack. But we'll take care of that, I suppose. Alright, let's go get ourselves a little bit of a friend, shall we? Mr. Bunny. Yup. Getting ourselves a desert bunny. I don't know how you tame them. With carrots? And that makes sense. Don't bunnies like... What the fuck are you... What in the fuck is you doing? Bro, you trying to like... Hold up. Low-key you be acting... Oh, stop. You're gonna fucking die. You're gonna fucking die. Stop. There. Yeah, no, you're, you ain't, we're gonna take care of you real quick, Wait, where'd you go? Over here? Over here, come on. Come on, kitty. Up here. Hey, come here. There we go. What hit me? Oh, was it a creeper that also... It was a zombie. Alright, where did kitty go? Alright, come on. Come on, down here. Alright, come on. Come on. I put you inside. You be a good kitty cat. Let's go inside. Here's what we need to do. We need to... Just don't want you escaping right now. Until I allow it. Okay. Let's make a fence gate. Shouldn't be much of an issue. Sticks. And a little oak log here. Little pro gamer move. No one really knows about this move. It's pretty like low-key. Alright. There you go. Meet your friend until I'm able to tame you. Alright. And let's go get ourselves A little bunny wunny. A little bunny wunny. Not gonna lie. I left all of my shit in the shit chest, bro. Oh. About to be there. Okay. Well then I guess we'll call it here then, boys. Esteban is gonna be here right now. So yeah, hopefully you don't hear my parents arguing, but they're not arguing, they're just talking. But we got a new kitty, we got an old kitty, we need a bunny rabbit. It's gonna be really cool. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.